Well, hello. How are you doing? It's been a minute, guys, hasn't it? So apologies, yes, I disappeared for a bit. And funnily enough, that coincided with me going back to work as well. But we're out. We're out for a little walk. Anyway, yeah, just Dom here. Hope you're well. We're back out on a different trail today. I need to head down to the next town. Pick up some new glasses. These are my spare ones. Broke me other ones last night. So, but instead of being a lazy sod and getting the bus or getting a lift or whatever, we're walking down. So it's about a 5-mile walk down there, 5-mile back. So it puts a bit of mileage on my legs. There's some sort of strange event going on over there. I heard what appeared to be a shotgun going off. And then there's lots of people with dogs. Yep. Did we hear that one? Wow, that is close. I mean, I do hope they're aware of people using this trail. I hope you can hear the gunshots in the background. Well, I haven't seen any birds fluttering, so I don't know what they're after. I don't think we're particularly well known for pheasant shooting and whatnot around here. So I'm a bit confused of what they're shooting. Unless they're after rabbits and stuff. Anyway, back to why I came out. Peculiar. Anyway, back to why I came out. So look, yes, we're on this hike. We're on this little walk here. Gets out the house, get some miles on the leg, and I really did need some fresh air. Back to work's been quite interesting, actually. Wow, there's loads of them. Like, I'm proper distracted because there's loads of fellas with gun dogs kicking about the place. So yeah, proper interesting. So anyway, yeah, they're across 2 fields. Peculiar. Right, so yes, so we're back at work, and I'll be honest with you, it's been really bloody stressful. The site was supposed to be handed back the day before we got back to work, and then we were scheduled for 5 days training. Yeah, on all the new policies and procedures, so we can deliver to customer in an efficient manner. Well, the site was nowhere near being ready. Across those 5 days of training, I think it was spent more than half of that time just clearing up, just tidying down, cleaning dust, moving tools and equipment for us to be able to do something, do you mean? And for, actually, you know what, for newcomers into the business, that have younger ones that have never really been on a variety of workplaces, I think it would have been quite worrying, because they essentially were walking into a building site and possibly not understanding what was happening. So had it been my decision, I would have knocked everything back a week, because it actually did take an extra week for them to get everything done. Yeah, so it was absolute chaos, is the only word I can use for it. For me, it just showed poor planning, lack of thought process. But you know what? I don't get paid the big bucks to think like that, do I? But yeah, But it did remind me of a phrase. It's an old sort of military phrase, I think. But I've heard it all the way through my life. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Yeah. And I must admit, it's been piss poor performance going back to work. I think that's why everyone's been stressed, so wound up. And the stress is why I didn't want to pick up a camera and do anything. The only thing I wanted to do when I got home was de-stress. And I was trying to do that without even thinking about it. I was literally going home, having something to eat, having something to drink. There we go, more gunshots. Something to eat, something to drink, and just putting the decks on, and literally just standing there playing music for 2 or 3 hours to decompress. So there we are. Went back at work and it's been an absolute shit show. So anyway, right, so on this walk, we're along this trail. This is a nice trail actually. Gets a bit waterlogged, it is quite puddly in places. But you know what, it's not a bad part of the world, is it? You kind of complain, can we? I've got the fields over the back here. You'll not see so much for the trees there, but we've got fields behind. This is where, across this way is where we've got the shooting happening. So I don't know, maybe that farm up there organised it, I don't know. But I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, this is all the Duke of Northumberland's land anyway. He actually does own most of Northumberland. There's aristocracy for you, the fairness of that. But there you go. So anyway, we're going to pop down to Blyth, get my glasses. We'll see what the light's like. I might take a trip down to the harbour, see if there's any boats in. I've got a soft spot for boats. We'll see what else. We'll see on the way. See you in a bit, guys. Sorry, I'm not leaving you. Oh no, this is interesting. I totally forgot about this. Haven't been down here this way for a long time. And this is where the main road used to come along here. And since I was down here, they've opened a new station, the train station. So let's have a look. So this is a train station. Like I said, the main road used to pass down that way. Blocked it off, they fenced it off now. Don't even think there's pedestrian access that way. But at least we've got a bridge. And there's lifts over the top. If we're lucky, we might get to see a train. I'll just show you the local area from the top. They've actually built a little road to go around this as well, which is interesting. Runs down there. Now this station isn't part of the British Rail network, if you like. It's operated by, the trains are operated by Northern Rail. Show you around the back there. So that's the new bridge, the new road around that they built. We're going down this way. So this actually operates on what's called the Northumbrian line, or the Northumberland line. And it runs from Newcastle up to Ashington. And it's got like half a dozen stations. I think there's Ashington, Belton Station, Bebside, this one here at Newsham, Seaton Delaval. Ooh, I think there's another one down Long Benton Way coming online soon. It stops at Manners and then Newcastle Central train station. And it's been handy for local people. It's made it much easier for those people living near the station to get into Newcastle. There we go, you can see the old road route there all blocked off. But that's where all the traffic used to come down this way. But this is a lot better now. Blyth itself gets a bad rap. Apparently there's lots of drugs and stuff in Blyth. But it's got some good things going for it. I mean, yeah, it's got the train station now. It does have some, does have shops and stuff. I know the town centre's run down. It's got a really busy harbour these days. And the beachfront's being developed as well. Blyth for a long time was settled on its history of being a big mining town. And once the pits started getting shut and the port was a lot quieter, then it sort of started decaying, and I'm pleased that they're starting to invest in it now. It's becoming a site for renewable technologies and stuff, so I'll show you them as we get further down. Right, here we go guys, this is Blyth Beach. Good beach. It's a shame the light's getting low. We're not showing it off to its advantage here. But yeah, they spent some money down here. It's a nice spot. Light's getting low, so I'm going to have just a quick whip around here. Show you some stuff. We've got a cafe, fish and chip shop, what have you, across there. Has a kids play park down there. But this is one of the best things about here, the beach. And then we're going to whip down, we're going to have a look at the harbour, and then I'm going to disappear and do my stuff. Otherwise I'll be snookered at work tomorrow. But yeah, kids playground over there. There we go. How's about that? And it's not a cold day to be out and about. It's like 12, 13 degrees. So I'm quite toasty. But I packed well. I've got a waterproof in my bag, like a hard shell, and quilted down jacket in case it gets chilly. So we're all good. Liking the beach huts, fellas. You can rent them out in the summer. But there's a reason we're flagging down here. And it's for a gun emplacement. It's called the Blyth Battery. So we're gonna have a nosy up there. So I'm not turning you off, I'm just gonna let you run. And maybe say, get an overview of where we are. Zoom in a little bit for you. There we go. Now Blyth's always been a busy port, had a busy harbour. A lot of it was to do with the mining industry. But I think during wartime it was from munitions and stuff as well. So they had to defend it and defend this part of the coastline. So they constructed Blyth battery. Nearly missed a step there, guys. So we've got the old buildings just there, and we've got the gun emplacements right here. So have a look. Should we jump in and see what they're aimed at, eh? I mean, these aren't real guns, these are, yeah, complete mock-ups. Shall we have a look at what we're aiming at here? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is what a gun emplacement looked like. We'll have a nosy at the other one as well. Then I'm going to plan my trip into Blyth itself. And get on with my day. There we go. Yeah, you'll have to forgive the fact that the light's getting low. I mean, I was talking about planning earlier. I didn't plan any of this. I'm just winging it as usual. Now you probably can't make them out because they're quite far away. Or you might be able to. Right out in the distance there, you've got the electric generating windmills. So Blyth has become, over the last few years, quite the hub for renewable energies. There was a plan in place to build a new factory further out as well for the construction of batteries, but sadly that didn't go through. But yeah, Blyth's heavily involved still in renewables because of those as well. The port itself is also used for a lot of shipping for undersea cabling and that sort of thing. So I'm going to have 5 minutes there, a little drink. Then I'm going to wallop down into Blyth. I'm going to nip down to the harbour and see if there's any boats in. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Cool, right, you might be muffled. I've moved the microphone under my jacket because I might get some sneaky shots later on, but I just wanted to have a look at what's along here because it's all been redeveloped. This is like new stuff along here. So we've got a co-op. There is a fish and chip shop around the back. We've got a co-op here. A small supermarket, that sort of thing. Dixon's, which is a baker's, bakery chain. Got a hairdresser's. Cool. We've got a clothing store. That actually does look cool. I like the look of that. Might have to come down and have a look at there. And then we've got a Greg's, which looks cool. Now the thing about Greg's is I think they like to be thought of as a baker's. When Greg's first came around about 100 years ago, I think, it was a bakery, but actually it has become, over time, more like a fast food outlet. There's car post there. So we've got a cafe over there called Cafe Geneva. We've got another cafe bistro, cocktail bar. It appears to have one customer. Yep. Maybe not the right place for it then. But it looks quite smart in there, table set and everything. And now I'm going to make my way into Blyth, so I'll turn you off. And We'll see if we can get some shots from somewhere a bit better illuminated, like the town centre, for instance. So this bandstand apparently dates from around 1929. I have no real idea why it was built, but there we go. 1929 bandstand. Let's drop the path down, we'll have a look. I must admit that is super handy, isn't it? The fact that I've got you up here on a neck mount and I can see everything on the phone. I think that's an amazing bit of technology, I must admit. There we go. Yep, rubbish and stuff, obviously, as you would. But 1929, so we're not far off its centenary. Right, I'm turning it off, and then we're going to head into Blyth. I'll try and get you some shots down there. If I can see anything at the harbour, I will. But I'll be back to finish this off at some point. Look at the size of those spools. Good God, they're massive. So there must be industrial cable drums to go on the ship. Has to be. Now we're at the bottom of Ridley Park, which is a great kids play area and stuff. And I thought we'd just come and have a little look at the War Memorial, which I can't really read because I've got the wrong glasses on, obviously. So I hope you can see it all right. There we go. It is a nice memorial, I must admit, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, plenty wreaths laid along here, because it just had Remembrance Sunday, so there would have been quite a big event down here. There would have been a lot of Fusiliers down here, I reckon. But we're approaching the harbour area, well, the quayside of Blyth. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little nosy down the back lane around here, because there's something quite peculiar for someone to have in a back garden. There we go, can you see what it is? It's not quite in a back garden, it's in the middle of the lane, but near enough, isn't it? And that is the old Blyth lighthouse. Let's see what we can find out about that. It was deactivated in 1985. So that's not that long ago, actually. But that is quite something, really, isn't it? To have out your back door. Blyth Terrace Lighthouse, also known as the High Lighthouse. It's one of the oldest structures in Blyth. It stands at 18.74 metres. Situated around 100 metres inland, but when it was initially built, it was only a few metres from the shoreline. Oh, you can see all that, actually. And the first section was built in 1788, and then it was raised by another 14 feet a century later, and in 1900 it was raised again. So there you go, taken out of use in 1985, first put together in 1788. It's quite a bit of history there, isn't it? Right, let's head down to the quayside and see what we can find down there. Because across there, that's the port. It's all locked off, secure. And then we've got various different businesses and everything down here. But that's the Learn Hub for Energy Central. I think that's to do with the renewables for the wind farms and stuff. And talking of wind farms and stuff, can you see there's a great big windmill just there? There we go. Now sadly we might not be able to see a damn thing down here, because it doesn't look like they've got anything really illuminated. But we'll have a go. See what we can see anyway. Yeah. Can we get around here? No, that's all fenced off. We can get along this bit though. We can walk along here. Can we? Yeah. You can see there's a couple of boats in there. There's an old sailboat there as well. I'll not be able to get a decent shot of that one for you. It's behind the fence. Running water, don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, so this is the quayside. I mean, this is what was all used in the past for shipping all the coal stuff out of here. And then it all went by the wayside. But yeah, got the windmill just across the water there. Now, if I brought the wife, this is where she would freak out. She's not a fan of water. I'm totally comfortable. I mean, I was taught to swim in rivers. My stepdad was a Royal Navy diver. So we literally had no choice but to get thrown in the water and learn how to swim. We've got a nice little restaurant across the road there, the Commissioner's Quay. That's quite a popular one. And I know I'm whipping you all through this really fast, but I need to get where I'm going because they're closing in like an hour. Yeah. Anyway, it's too dark to show you everything, but I will bring you back and we'll have a better look, guys. She's taking pity. Apparently she doesn't like me out in the dark. So she's coming to pick me up. Here she is now, bless her. Oh, bless her cotton socks, man. There she is. Where you going? I mean, it's an empty car park. She's just going to drive around it, I think, isn't she? I mean, what the hell is she doing? Anyway, she doesn't like us out in the dark apparently, on the trails on my own. So yeah, she's come out to get us. Hello, darling.
Yeah.
Did you not see us, like?
No.
I'm the only geezer here with a camera and a light in my face.
I didn't see it.
Oh, right, and we're in. Oh, hello, darling. Mwah.
Hello.
You had a good day?